Hey Capricorn, what's up? What's the vibe with you, Capricorn? I hope you're having a fantastic day as the Nine of Pentacles comes out. So, oh, and the Sun, look at that. Oh, Capricorn, look, make sure that you're just always prioritizing yourself here, Capricorn. Some of you could be finding feathers, some of you could be noticing odd birds if that's your thing. I like this. You like the sunflower, you always follow the sun. Keep it happy. Keep it optimistic. Ooh. You're becoming unstuck because you're not letting your emotions overwhelm you, and you're taking a higher perspective, or you're looking at things from a different perspective. Okay, you're pulling the Eagles vibe, and I love it when Eagles music shows up because you need to be looking at things. You need more of an overview. Because you're becoming unstuck because some of you're not letting your emotions dictate your decision making. Taurus moon vibes here, Capricorn moon. Absolutely beautiful. Definitely keep it a higher vibrational vibe. This is good from a work perspective as well. Work, love, life, right? So over this, oh, yeah, it's an end of the stagnation. But you definitely have to make sure that you're focusing on yourself. So who keeps trying to put that fear and doubt? Who keeps who's the negative person around you that keeps bringing up every reason why you shouldn't do something, or every reason why that's not a good idea? With the Hierophant vibe here, this could it's a management vibe, whether it's a interpersonal relationship or partnership. You got a friend, family member, or a partner that's trying to plant these seeds of doubt within you, or from a work perspective. You definitely have issue with an Aries. You always pull the Emperor. You and Sagittarius both, that Emperor vibe. So I feel like it's a work situation with you. Some of you were meant to be stagnant because you needed to not make some choices, or you needed to... I mean, you can't get much better than this, Capricorn. Nine of Pentacles there with the Sun vibes. It is a singularity, though. So maybe you just need to make sure that you are pulling a little bit more focus onto yourself instead of letting somebody else sort of piss in your cornflakes type of a vibe. You know what I mean? Hey, there's the Queen of Swords. There, ooh, there at the Seven of Wands. Ooh, something about an unhealthy, unhappy emotional attachment here. Not everyone's gonna like this version of you, and you'll hear about it. But it's kind of a passive-aggressive type of a vibe. This is someone you're not really friendly with, or you're not in a relationship or partnership anymore. It could definitely be an ex vibe, as in they used to be able to sort of tug on your heartstrings, but they can't anymore. Some of you, it's that ex that you're not focused on anymore. Capricorn, I do feel like it's a good time for you to date. But don't be so thirsty that you're just sort of emotionally going into relationships or partnerships. There's something with the emotional vulnerability with you, and I think even you know that that's like your weak point. That's something you need to focus on. Maybe it's Capricorn moon. The Fool. Yeah, it's an ex. Lord have mercy. They're an ex for a reason. If you ever forget why they're an ex, ask everyone that had to listen to you moan and groan and bitch about them before you got single. Temperance angel. Ooh, some of you from a work situation. Don't limit yourself here. Those of you that still have to work with an ex, and now hey, you're pulling an Aries vibe. Interesting Sagittarius pulled up, but the Sagittarius could definitely be the HR vibe. You got too many people wanting to manage you, and they have no idea what the fuck. It's kind of like they don't know what to do with you now that they can't manipulate you. So you've gotten unstuck, whatever kept you stuck. You're able to move through that vibe, and now everyone's like, shit, what the fuck do we do now when it comes to Capricorn? Pardon the cussing. If that's not you, that's them. That's them. Way too much of a power dynamic going on. I don't feel like you need that shit right now. That's not something that you should be focused on. Because that actually just slows you down and distracts you from what is actually a very abundant energy with you. Damn, Capricorn. You are the card of codependency. So a lot of you, it's spending time, it's doing your shadow work. It's those of you, especially if you're watching for Capricorn Moon, it's definitely about you. You should always be prioritizing yourself, even within your relationships or partnerships. You should never let your partner overwhelm you to the point that they're kind of forcing emotion-based decisions on you. I feel like you need to be mindful of a catfishing vibe. Look, whenever catfishing shows up in a tarot reading, make sure that any conversations that you're having, you need to be having more one-on-ones. You need to be having more one-on-ones. Some of you, I feel like that's the X vibe with you. You need to be having more one-on-ones. If you're not having one-on-ones, you need to just move on to the next. This clears up a lot of space and time for you, and it really does. Whoever the hell wants to tug on them heartstrings. But who is really tugging on them heartstrings? You got an Aries that's wanting to play in the background. Especially with that High Priestess energy there, or that Temperance Angel. Ooh, damn. That's the Crosswatcher vibe with you. The Knight of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups there to the Ten of Cups. Look, I feel like it's success, but some of you, I don't feel like it has to be the traditional Ten of Cups type of a vibe. So someone really wants that traditional Ten of Cups with you, or those that had that traditional Ten of Cups. Those of you, if you were dating somebody and maybe you're newly single, and now they were planning on you, they had you pegged to be the one that was going to be there. It's the proposal energy with you. You keep getting that, whether it's a work proposal or a marriage proposal. Good for you, you were able to pull focus back on yourself. So at some point in that relationship or partnership, you realize there was some emotional manipulation. With the Queen of Swords coming up with the Seven of Wands, it definitely could have been a narcissistic type of a vibe, the emotional narcissist. Oddly enough, this is the good time for you to date, but if you're dating, like what's important to you and keeping track of who you are individually before you kind of partner up or get into a partnership. Again, work, love, life vibes on this. There's not much of a difference. It's really about avoiding those shitty contracts. Aquarius, the King of Cups, the Page of Cups, there to the Nine of Wands. Definitely a no X vibe. Look, definitely a no X energy. Those of you that you've kind of moved through that X vibe. You're pulling this energy because of the Sun and the Nine of Pentacles. So it's kind of expected. So none of this should overwhelm you. Although I do feel like you need to be mindful of catfishing vibes. Honestly, anyone that you've texted but you haven't had a one-on-one conversation with, you need to slow down the texting and actually meet up, go have coffee, drinks, whatever the fuck, and have a good one-on-one conversation. Because you're pulling a weird catfishing vibe, but it feels like it's coming from the Emperor. It feels like it's coming from the Aries energy with you. Capricorn, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's saving you from a heartache and some of you a shitty contract. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Five of Wands. Yeah, they're the High Priestess vibe. Whoever keeps... you have a cross-watcher. Everybody does. That's not particular to you. But some of you, it's that ex that can't emotionally dictate your decisions anymore. I feel like you literally took a cruise, you took a vacation, you did something on your own. So that's you alone in that Six of Swords. Someone thought that sentimentality was going to work. Now, if you're cross-watching for a Capricorn, I don't feel like this Capricorn is really that type of a... I don't want to say they're not a loving, kind, generous person, but I don't feel like you really felt much love from them, or you knew it was always almost a transactional vibe here. Y'all just need to be focused on yourself, because the clarity is there. The clarity is there. Ace of Pentacles, there with the Nine of Wands, there with the Five of Cups, there with the Tower vibes. Look, and there's the King of Swords covered by the Pisces. So you're pulling a weird Pisces vibe, but it feels like a fucking Aries. Or some of you, that ex could be wanting to come back around because that current relationship or partnership they're in isn't working out. And they see you're doing pretty good. Just, oh, that's where Aries is. Look, Aries was right there at the top of the deck. Aries, yeah, Aries is two-faced. There's the Ace of Swords. There's the Aquarius. There's the Two of Wands. I don't know. They're an X for a reason. Definitely a no X vibe. Work, love, life vibes on this as well. Do watch your favorite astrologer. Nine of Pentacles there with the Sun vibe. There could be something interesting coming up particular to you in your astrology. You should be interviewing, auditioning. This is a good time to date. It honestly is, but I don't feel like you're going to get into anything of significance. So it's kind of going to be super casual, or you're not going to start dating somebody with expectations of a Ten of Cups. Do be mindful if you are dating that that's not what you're interested in, because the Ace of Pentacles wanted to come out again when it comes to you. So you could be attracting more people that want to settle down and create that Ten of Cups, but maybe that's not what you're interested in. If you're cross-watching for a Capricorn, you know, date to date with no expectations and let things just kind of have a nice, kind of a slow vibe to it. Not particular to you, particular to the dating. Those that date with no expectations, and those that by the end of the first date, they're planning out invitations. You know what I mean? Seven of Pentacles, Scorpio, the Eight of Pentacles, there's the Leo, and there's the Queen of Pentacles. From a work situation, kind of the same vibe here. Who's wanting ideas from you? Who's trying to figure out what your next option or your next opportunity is? You should be trying to advance yourself in some way, shape, or another. You should be going for that promotion. I kind of feel like you're going to circumvent the Aries energy. So this is when your boss's boss starts taking notice of what you're doing. Aries is in a weird vibe. It can be a positive for some of you, but it can also kind of be a negative. And with the Cups energy here, friends that you used to know, coworkers that you used to know, people that used to be in your energy, and now they're not. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Scorpio had this come up for them, being catfish. So you're having like, you're texting, you're doing a lot of texting, but you haven't like met somebody. Some of you need to make sure that you're actually meeting people, that you're, whatever the fuck this is. Look, catfishing shows up, you're either aware and know what the fuck that is, and you're paying attention to that, or this is a situation where maybe you should be. So you kind of need to go have drinks with somebody. It would be somebody that you haven't met. It could be somebody that you haven't met. You haven't met recently, or that you haven't met. So do be mindful of the catfishing, babes. And that just is a life thing. Not particular to you. Some of you, when it comes to maybe a work idea or a work concept, this doesn't have to be a dating vibe. Look, you're getting unstuck. The clarity is there. But you got to make smart choices now, Capricorn. It is not lack of opportunities, because honestly, you have at least one option or opportunity here, but they are messy, they are stagnant, and it's more of a tug on your heartstrings. Those of you from a dating perspective, it could be an ex that you were in a Ten of Cups relationship or partnership with, or you could be dating somebody that's expecting that Ten of Cups type of a vibe. You're not going to know this when you first start dating somebody, but some of you can kind of figure it out that who you're dating is interested in that traditional Ten of Cups. And maybe right now you're just dating to date. Some of you, I do feel like you need to date, you need to go on some bad dates. You just need to go out there and date. You need to get your dating numbers up. It's the same as if you're interviewing, right? You really do need to meet more people and go on dates and realize that doesn't have to be any fucking expectations. So that way you don't... There's something particular with you when it comes to the Cups energy. Mindful of what kind of tugs on your heartstring. Damn, Capricorn. I don't feel like anybody here is going to be a good choice for you. They come with way too much baggage, way too much drama, and some of you, your expectations aren't even the same. So whether this is a work idea, it is a proposal energy with you, whether it's a work proposal or some of you a marriage proposal. Y'all ain't even on the same fucking vibe. Mindful of the Emperor. Mindful of what Aries is doing. They're an X for a reason. Mindful of the catfishing vibe. I don't know if you're dealing with the Scorpio. The Scorpio could be catfishing you. Because Scorpio always comes with the stinger. So take your time in a situation. If you're Scorpio rising in particular, because Scorpio definitely... There's a catfishing vibe. It's someone that you haven't met, someone that you haven't met them, or you haven't met them recently. But yeah, I feel like you're being catfished. Seven of Cups, Virgo, the Judgment there with the Libra. Don't sign those shitty contracts, because right now you're the one with options and you're the ones with opportunities. Take what's yours, leave what's not, but no opportunity here is going to be worth your time, energy, or attention. But you're going to have a lot of people wanting your time, energy, and attention. What's your new idea? What's your new concept? What are you working on? What's your new philosophy? What have you changed? What are you doing differently? What are you reading? Who's inspiring you? What's inspiring you? It is not a lack of. It's never a lack of. But this isn't a lack of. I do feel like you need to just get your dating numbers up. You need to just be able to go on dates. I feel like that could be kind of the advice that you're getting. Where you need to be able to go on 10, 15, 20 dates. And it's okay if none of them actually turn out to get a second date. And this is a dating vibe and not a hooking up vibe with the Hierophant showing up there. So, from a work situation, keep those good ideas to yourself. Because you don't have to say anything and you keep pulling all this beautiful energy. Look at that. You didn't pull a Gemini card. I don't feel like you could be, maybe you're in your eat, pray, love type of energy here. Oh, sweet Jesus, look at that. Could it get any better for you? 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, there to the fucking Wheel of Fortune. Some of you, a new relationship or partnership right now, if you're not really focusing on something, you'll get played in the situation. Someone really wants that proposal from you. Work, love, life vibe. But it's not a good opportunity for you. It's a shitty contract. It's a shitty contract. Good for you, Capricorn. Good for you. A lot of options, a lot of opportunities. That's the point. That's the point. But it doesn't mean you need to partake. Peace, love, and light.